Is he here?
Is Time here? Did they kick Time off?
Oh, already, we're off to the
He's not
races here.
here.
From WandaVision, we have Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As you've already seen, we have Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. And from Loki, we have Tom Hiddleston. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for all for being here. As we were all kind of signing in, you guys were already off to the races talking to each other, but I kind of want to get a sense of, before we dive into your shows and the Marvel experience, other than this virtual discussion today, how often have the five of you been in the same room together to interact with each other?
Oh, always. We lived together like the monkeys did. Yeah. We live together and we write songs and everything. It's been great. Okay. In the bubble the whole way through the pandemic.
I mean, I do feel like there's often times when we are all on set together in a tent.
No, but it's been
right.
I guess it's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
2-3 years. Yeah, 3
The
years.
last time I saw you guys when we did the big Endgame scene.
Yeah, so like 3 years ago, 2018.
Wow.
I wasn't in that scene.
Tom wasn't right.
No.
I saw Tom do a
That's
great
okay.
play
That's
on
fine.
Broadway though.
Yes.
Before the pandemic.
I think this is the first time, Adam, that the five of us have been in these specific five have been in the same.
Yeah.
Virtual not. There's lots of wires that go, lots of connections that go in different directions. But this is an exclusive, I think, of this. Whether or not you choose to believe Paul and his monkeys.
I preferred that version. We were I had in my head, we were making banana bread together during the pandemic and growing kale like everybody else.
We're definitely not growing kale. Just stop it.
Speak
That
for
is
yourself.
the trash leaf.
Oh my
That is the trash leaf. No more kale talk.
I just ate blueberries this morning.
Of course you did.
I don't know. So with each of your shows, all of you have been very important supporting characters in the Marvel films, but now you were all at the top of the call sheet, headlining your own shows. I'll start with Lizzie, and I'm going to call you Lizzie because you told me in a previous interview I could call you Lizzie. Lizzie, what was that experience like for you to go from being, having your specific scenes in your movies to being there every day, top of the call sheet, lead of the show?
I think the first thought of it was felt intimidating because more specifically that we were moving these larger than life characters onto a television screen, and I think that idea freaked me out. And then once that was the initial feeling, but once I spoke with Jack Schaefer, our showrunner and creator, I guess, showrunner. I feel like we didn't use those proper terms in our sets, but
No.
But head writer Jack really understood my character and her history, specifically with Paul, and her own experience in just all of the Marvel movies. And I, in my brain, just because I was trying to grasp at anything, was creating these inner arcs in between movies just to hold on to something. And she pulled all those thoughts out of my brain and put them on the screen or on the page. And so it was a nice opportunity. Paul and I were actually very excited to lead our show and kind of set a tone of just fun, respect, kindness, and discipline. And I think it made us
Punctuality.
We were a very, very punctual set. No one was ever late. That is true. But that's what you get when you get when you do get to lead in a way, you get to set the standard for everyone. And we had a really great time making our show, and there's a lot of collaboration, and it was chaos because you're going from a movie that's like a page and a half a day to 7 pages a day. It was really exhausting, but I know we had great leadership, and not talking about us, but we had other, great leaders with Matt Shackman, our director, and Jack Schaefer. And so it was a great opportunity.
And you got to work with Kat Dennings.
Oh, yes, Mackie, I did.
Yeah.
I understand that for you, you even taught like a Loki 101 course to the creative leaders of your
We were
of your
not
show.
invited.
We were not invited. Let us say,
I was very
Sebastian and I were on the lot, and we were not invited.
There was a whisper about it.
Everybody was talking about it. Tom Hiddleston gave a 6-hour symposium about
Why were we
Loki,
not invited?
and we were not invited.
We were all on the lot.
Yeah, yes, we were all on the
All
lot.
3 of us
And
were on the lot.
Sebastian and I, they made us work. They scheduled one of our biggest scenes so we could not sneak out and crash the Tom Hiddleston symposium.
Did you have a laser pointer or like a telescopic thing that you could point at?
He gave a 6-hour symposium about Loki. Go. Yes, Tom, we're listening.
There was a whiteboard. Well, let me go. I'll tell everyone. How do you guys feel about it?
I tell everyone in my personal life, and I tell no one in the press.
You trust the people in your personal life?
Yeah, I trust them with things that happen in my life that don't get out in the press. So yes, I trust them with Marvel news. God help you if you don't. Jeez.
This is really revealing about you. Yeah, we have people in our personal life that we trust. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Man, that's dope.
I don't think Matt does. He's shocked. I feel like Sebastian would be really good at answering this question.
What?
How do you avoid answering questions, Sebastian?
Absolutely not. I'm very worried about any trusting whatsoever. I before this variety call, I had a conversation with Anthony where I was like, I just want to know that you'll be on this call. I can't be alone. I think I have an attachment issue now to him. Like I can't even do this.
See,
You're like
this
the
is
little
why.
brother, and the big brother just like.
Why am I not the little brother? How do you say, Lizzie? I might be the little brother. How about that?
I think you're the big brother, and Sebastian likes to let his big brother talk so that he can just.
Oh, Lizzie, I'm
not
so
have to
happy
say
that you're like.
I'm not saying anything else.
I'm not putting either of you down, by the way.
Oh, there she is
I'm
covering
just
it up.
observing and just saying how I see it.
Lizzie, I'm just saying, if you
Nice
ever want to meet at
nice.
Aroma Cafe in the Valley, I'm in.
Is this where the therapy scene came from?
Right.
I know.
I'm just seeing it right in live. I'm seeing it live happening in front of me.
The MCU changed the trajectories of the kinds of projects you can do outside of the MCU, the amount of commitment that you have to make with your time within the MCU. How has that affected your lives professionally?
I'll answer this genuinely and not make a joke about it. What it allows for all of us is that we all have a number sign above our heads when we make independent films, and whether or not we can sell them internationally to help get financing. If we want to do that, it does allow us to be able to do that. So I think that's a great benefit to being a part of such a huge international franchise. Genuine.
Yeah.
Way to go, genuine.
Incredible powers or these incredible abilities. you know, and sell that story. Lizzie, why don't you go first?
Oh, I was just thinking about how important my wigs are to me when you just told me this. I really, I think the wigs that I put on, whether it was for the 50s or the 70s or Scarlet Witch wig, you have like 14 wigs. It totally puts me in a funny mood, and I love it. And it's something that once I'm out of that chair, I'm like, I feel like I have my invisible cape on. like I'm gone. And I don't mean it in any kind of like a methody way. Just it really makes me feel like for the 50s, you know, you just everything, you just want to walk different, you want to talk different. We all felt that way in the hair and makeup trailer all the time for doing our stupid vocal warm-ups to get our voices to have the right inflection for these time periods. And so yes, there's that part of the world building. And then with specifically with WandaVision, it was kind of incredible to watch our production design team create this nuclear home that shifted based on whatever reference we were you know, giving an homage to. And whether it was the multicam set of the Dick Van Dyke Show or the Brady Bunch, we had a tree, we had a plant that grew every single episode. Like no one would know, but like we got so much joy knowing that that plant was growing every decade. And then in the penultimate episode, it was like dead. It was like a dead tree. And I just love those details, and it really makes us feel like a piece of the fabric of the set. And oh God, not to mention our exteriors and like all the nights our entire crew were doing to paint the picket fences, paint the houses different colors, get different flowers out. I mean, it was really remarkable what Paul and I got to see our crew build. It was really inspiring. And you know, everyone's working so hard, so you need to work that hard. You need to work harder, and everyone's just lifting each other up. It's really you're working with the greatest craftsmen and women, and it makes you be better.
Anthony, along the lines of what Lizzie was talking about,
It wasn't
Paul
every
texts
other day.
Kevin every other day.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Paul, is that true?
I was booking this trip to Greece, and I had to know how much I could spend, you know.
But that would be amazing if you ask him that, like, Kevin, I'm just on the corner of 6th and 8th, and I'm wondering.
I wish we could continue talking, but that's all of the time we have. And this was a truly wonderful, delightful, marvelous conversation. I'm sorry, I regret even saying that. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And all of your shows are available on Disney Plus. Please check them out. To our attendees, thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for our next session.